Hello and welcome back to Country Living with the Wades. I'm Philip, and this cherry tree is the latest addition to our family orchard. What is our family orchard? Well, in the back we have a pear tree that's a self-pollinator. Over there we have an olive tree which isn't producing yet. And now we have this Bada Bing Cherry Tree and a pollinator that goes with it, the Stella. And then above that we have a Gala apple tree. The Gala apple tree is supposed to be a self-pollinator, but it depends on where you look. Some places say it's not, some places say it is. I've got my fingers crossed, just hoping that it is, because I don't want to have to plant another tree for a pollinator just for the apple. The next we have our 4 pecan trees, and then after that we have a loquat tree that we started from seed. We also have our fig tree. Oh, and don't forget our catalpa tree for making caterpillars to go fishing with. In this video, the first week of February, I planted these 2 cherry trees, the Bada Bing and the Stella, as a pollinator, and I bought these from Ty Ty Nursery. Now, Ty Ty will only ship when it's right for your zone. We're in zone 8, which puts us right down next to the Florida line. So these were shipped to us the last week of January, and the first week of February is when I planted them. Now, that's been 3 full months, because this is the last week of April, February, March, April. So now look at the growth on these. I'm really very pleased. It's making all new little limbs. Possibly even next year, I might even start to get blossoms and cherries. And this is the Stella. This is the pollinator for the Bada Bing. Why do I want to plant cherry trees? At one time in my life, I lived in Austria for a while, and my next door neighbor, his parents had a small farm somewhere between Linz, Austria and Vienna, Austria. And I remember one Saturday we went to their house during harvest season, and his father had already set up these long wooden ladders, one in one tree and one in another tree. I went up one tree and was picking and eating them straight from the tree, and Carl, my friend, was in the other tree picking and eating just as fast as I was. They were absolutely delicious, and ever since then I've wanted my own cherry trees. These 2 trees are the beginning of our cherry orchard. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe. It helps us keep them going. May God bless you. Enjoy the video. As you can see, I have both holes already dug for the cherry trees, and each hole is about the same size. They're about 36 inches around, and I don't know how deep, but it looks like at least 18 inches deep, which should be plenty. And I've got my water out. When you do a bare root tree, you must water it as you bury the tree in there to make sure that all the roots get saturated with water. Checking out the other hole here real quick. See, this one's basically the same size. I ordered these from Ty Ty Nursery in Georgia. They are cherry trees that will grow in our zone. We are zone 8 over here, lower Alabama, almost in Florida. But I ordered 2. I wanted the Bada Bing because it makes a nice big cherry, plus it doesn't grow super tall like some of the other cherry trees. Now, the Bada Bing is what I really wanted, and the Bada Bing, whoa, let's see here. This is the Stella. Now, I ordered the Stella also in addition to the Bada Bing, because the Stella pollinates the Bada Bing, and the Bada Bing is partially a self-pollinator. So this is the 2 trees I ordered. The Bada Bing is a partial self-pollinator, but to really make it really produce a fruit well, you need a pollinator such as the Stella. Now, I chose the Stella because the fruit's about the same as what the Bada Bing is, and they're both sweet, delicious, large red cherries. Now, these are bare root. Boy, they've got this wrapped thick. All right, it has a fair amount of new root in there, since it was, you can tell it was transplanted once, and then the new root coming out. That's really what you want to see, a lot of that new root right there. You want to make sure you really protect this. Don't let it dry out. Look how much bigger my hole is than what the tree is. I made that deliberate because I want to make sure I've got a lot of soft area for the new roots to grow into. And when I put the dirt back in, I'll be mixing my regular dirt and some of this sorghum peat moss in there with it to make sure that the dirt is still soft. It doesn't get hard because we have so much hard clay here. And also the peat moss will help absorb and maintain water moisture in there. Here's something else I want to show you. look how the tree is cut off right here. The tree was growing. They allowed it to grow a heavy root system and get some diameter on the trunk. All right, and then they cut it off and transplanted it and made all the new little the new root system here. This is what you got to be real careful with. But this is a very mature tree for the height, and for this diameter here, the root system is very mature. And if the root system has a problem, that's what stunts the growth of the tree. I'm supposed to put this in at this kind of height here, and you can see the level that the dirt was before. So you can see I probably have to put about 4 inches of dirt in there before I even begin to touch the first roots. A little more peat. Boy, that stuff makes a mess. Don't breathe the peat dust. Get a couple more shovelfuls in there, regular dirt. Let's see what the height looks like there. Oh, that's a good height to start right there. That's where my tree's going to start. Pull out all the roots. Okay, now then the tree doesn't want to stand up by itself. So at this time I'm going to put a support rod with it. I'll put this support rod in for right now to go with it. I'll probably take this out after I get the tree settled in place. All right, more peat. More dirt. All right, this time I'm gonna go ahead and add some water in. A full 5 gallons. Put in some more dirt. Okay, I've got this one started now. That seems to be packing in pretty well. I've got all the bare roots covered for right now, and I need to stop at this point and go ahead and start planting the other one before the roots get dried out. I'm doing the same thing with this one, and you can see the Stella tree, like this one is the Stella. It's been treated just as well as the other one. It's been cut off here, replanted to make all the new little root section on there, which is still nice and damp. So how deep does it go? Let me see. Want it up to the same soil level that it was before. This one's got longer roots on it, and I don't need to start putting dirt in underneath it to build it up. It's ready for dirt now. Right in the middle of it there. Get this in the right place here. See if I can help keep this one standing up straight while I get the dirt in there. Get some of this peat in there real quick. Boy, look at that peat just come up. Gotta raise it up a little bit. There we go, about right there. Make sure it's at the right height. Don't want to plant it too deep. If you notice how I'm putting the dirt in, I'm putting the dirt in first around the base of the tree to make sure I very quickly cover the roots. Make sure the tree's at the right height. All right. Now, before I finish filling the hole up with dirt, it's time to put 5 gallons of water in. See, now that I have the roots covered, I can water it and I don't have to worry about it. If I don't finish it right now, it's not really a real problem. You'll notice the hole is this big. It's 3 feet in diameter. But if you remember looking at the video when I was planting the tree, the roots were only this wide. Now the instructions say that you need to make the hole diameter twice the diameter of whatever the root system is. So I always try to make sure that my hole is plenty big enough so that the new root system has soft soil to grow into to really help get it a good start. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe. It helps us keep them going.